it's John Piper with the weekend video, and it's Saturday the 27th of May. We'll start with FTSE. This is the daily chart. We had this low back in 2016. We've now got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and I count this as a 1, 2, a 3 to there. This is a 4, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If so, then we are very close to a peak. I thought the peak had come in. I went short during the week. I think it's now been stopped out. So let's have a look at the shorter term now. This is a 2-hour chart. The low came in here. This is the final fifth wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looked like we had 5 waves into this peak, but that wasn't the case. So let's have a look at these. We've gone a bit higher now. So let's have a look at this last little bit from 7,400. Right, this is the end of wave 3. A, B, C, fourth wave. This looks like a 1 of some sort, maybe 2. It could be 1, 2. Getting a bit difficult to count. There's too many 1, 2s, overlapping waves. I think basically we're in a peaking process, but again, we haven't got a clear sign of a peak. That was quite. I mean, that was definitely a good short. It's been stopped out, but that happens time to time, especially when you're trying to get the big moves. If you're trying to get onto a solid trend, then you will get stopped out more often than doing very short-term trades and just going for a few points. Obviously, there's a give and a take. Trying to get a few hundred points, then being stopped out more regularly is part of that deal, really. But right now, I need to see more really to make any kind of conclusion. But certainly in the longer term, we are in a peaking process here. The DAX is looking fairly negative, but again, without any real conclusion. That's the resistance level with 3 failures above it. Quite an impulsive move there. This could be an ABC. This could be the start of next leg down, but again, it's all a bit iffy right now. Clear support around 12.5 is important, and 12.550. So there's levels to watch next week. It could go either way, really. I think there's nothing very definite there either. All right, looking at the chart of the Dow, this is the daily chart. We count from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then be a 2 wave, then a 1, 2. Maybe that could be all a 3 and a 4. This could be a 5th starting up. New highs look likely, but it's quite a positive chart really. But it depends what happens when we get higher. I mean, I think things are getting tired, so we need to see what develops from that point. All right, turn to the monthly chart of the Nasdaq. Lows in 2009. There's a correction there, and there's a correction here. So I would say that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Looks like a third's in process. But again, by far the majority move is out of the way, but we have got a 4 and a 5th to come looking from this chart. So 6,000 certainly looks very attainable at this point. And also it's quite a dramatic move on the Nasdaq. Right, gold. This looks encouraging. This is a 200-day moving average here. So we retested it and it's bounced, but again not hugely. The key level remains here. I think this is the breakout level. If we get above there, I expect to see things start to move quite quickly. This is the hourly chart on gold. You want to count as a 1, 2, 3. This could be some kind of triangular 4th wave with a final 5th here, possibly. It looks a bit too big though. The alternative count, actually there are 2 alternative counts, I guess. Actually no, let me just get rid of that. Okay, alternative count is that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fairly truncated 5th wave, but that's possible. We then get this triangular move, which is wave 2, and this is now a breakout above there. So we've got a triangle and a breakout. I haven't quite got enough legs of the triangle. I prefer to see 5 rather than just 3, as it were. And also the breakout is not yet conclusive. But if this is confirmed, I mean, we would normally see a retest of the upper parameter at the least. So a bit of a pullback to 63 or 62 thereabouts, and a bounce would be one thing to look for next week. And in terms of time, the actual parameters of that move there and this move here look pretty similar, which is something I like to see. A bit of symmetry on time doesn't hurt. So certainly possibility that the the move's already started, and the 1300 is the next step up. I had a brief look at silver. There's a daily chart again, 200-day moving average again. We're still below it, but we are moving up to it. So 1750 is key, 1850 is key, and above. But first, we want to get above this level here. That would be a positive for silver. It does need some encouragement right now. Right, on to Bitcoin, where we have seen quite a sharp correction. But let me just look at the beginning of 2001 wave, about 1200. Again, through you double it, and that's an important level, 2400. 2 wave, that's probably a 1, maybe a 2 there. 1, 2, 1, 2. So 3. Just need to expand this chart. Right, we've now seen this correction. This is a 5-day chart. So it started on Wednesday, I think. No, sorry, Thursday. It looks like an ABC at the moment, because that could change. 2000 is obviously a key level. 2.4 I think is important as well. I mean, it could already be over. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's clear there was buyers coming in at these spikes, but this is weakening at the moment. All markets see these kind of shakeouts. It's nothing unusual. I did see some guy actually on a video saying that whenever Bitcoin goes up, he then says crashes. Well, this isn't a crash at this point. This is a normal correction, I would say, after what's been seen. But his summary was that it always crashes, therefore don't buy Bitcoin, totally ignoring the fact that it keeps on going up and making new highs, which I thought was a more important fact than his view of these crashes, as he calls them. I'm a long-term holder of this. It's not, I'm not at this point trading Bitcoin. I buy and hold, and I bought the mining shares, which has churned them out. I'd rather it's up here, but it's not a big deal. Similar with gold, I'm a long-term holder of gold. I'd rather gold was above 1300, but it isn't yet, but I think it will be. So my objectives may be very different from your objectives, which is, I think, quite an important point. Although I am thinking of, I'm treating my Bitcoin portfolio, as it were, as a separate business, and I'm thinking of taking out 10% per month, just to realise profits, take it out, make it sort of hum a bit, as it were. It does make sense, I think, to do that. But right now, this doesn't faze me. If we start to accelerate below 2000, that would be of some concern, but I'd be looking more as a buying opportunity rather than anything else. But obviously, again, your perspective may be very different from that. One factor that does arise is people do question the liquidity of these markets. So let me just address that issue. Right, this is an exchange called Poloniex, which you can Google and get onto. This is my account, $3,500 US, roughly. I just want to show you what you can actually do with this, because I think it's quite useful. Basically, you have all these coins, and you can buy and sell them freely on this account. You can deposit and withdraw freely. So you can see I've got some Bitcoin. Just bought some other currency, so that's reduced. I've got some Doji coin down there, 25,000 odd. It's slightly ungainly to do this, but it might be just useful. But everything you want, you can buy and sell easily in this exchange. I got some GNT, not sure what that is actually, but anyway, about 1,000 GNT, which 0.14 for Bitcoin, so that's now about £300 roughly. It's just, there's various things in here. I just bought some Steam, and I got some Stellar. The Stellar's worth a whole Bitcoin. It cost me about £200, I think, as I recall. The Steam is a new one I've just been researching. And so it goes. Anyway, you can see from there that I built up this portfolio. Whenever I want to buy a different coin, I have to go into Poloniex, buy it. I transfer some Bitcoin to the account. I sell the Bitcoin, which is very, very easy to do, and I buy the other currency. I've also sold some Stellar as an example. Again, very, very simple to do, very easy, plenty of liquidity in this system. Right, we go into the exchange. Again, the same website. This is a Steam exchange. I've just been buying it in Steam Bitcoin. You can change that to Bitcoin, sorry, Steam US dollar. So you can exchange your currency, cryptocurrency, into dollars. I haven't tried that, so I'm not sure exactly the process, but certainly there is a dollar element in here. Here is the exchange itself, buy, sell, and here are all the orders to buy and sell. You see that the spread is very tight, 0.00036625, and sell at 36626. Yeah, so you can't get much closer than that, I don't think, and that underlines the liquidity. Look at the IG price on Bitcoin, you get an idea of the kind of spread they charge and the kind of spread that this exchange charges. Sorry, charge is the wrong word, it's what the buyers and sellers do, but there's a lot of liquidity here, which is reflected in that, whereas IG, very wide spreads. Right, I'll quickly just finish this discussion of this exchange by looking at the buy-sell orders on Bitcoin itself. So you've got, these are all the buy orders, 1823, 23, 22, and these are the sell orders, 1800, 182. So that's a bit of an anomaly, that one. I think it's out of place for some reason. But selling at 1829, 1829. So slightly wider spread than on Steam, but it's still fairly close compared to IG, certainly. And you can see all the different buys. I mean, there's a fairly large one there. I think it's really quite well balanced. Actually, there's nothing as big on the sell side, but there are sizable orders coming through. And obviously the price will just do its thing, as it will do, and it's currently falling, obviously. Anyway, on that note, I'll call it a day. If I found it interesting and useful, back to the report on Tuesday morning for subscribers. Have a great holiday weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now, and hope to see many of you on the Kraut Gap seminar, which of course on Wednesday. Please give me a call if anything you'd like to ask me about that. Bye for now.